Hello everyone, it's Michael Jones. Time for the Bible read for July 9th out of 1 Chronicles 7. The four sons of Issachar were Tola, Pua, Josheb, and Shimron. The sons of Tola were Uzai, Raphi, Jeriel, Jamai, Ibsam, Shemuel. Each of them was the leader of an ancestral clan. At the time of King David, the total number of mighty warriors listed in the records of these clans was 22,600. The son of Uzai was Izrai. The son of Izrai were Michael, Abdi, Joel, and Ishai. These five became the leaders of clans. All of them had many wives and many sons, so the total number of men available for military service among their descendants was 36,000. The total number of mighty warriors from all the clans of the tribe of Issachar was 87,000. All of them were listed in their genealogical records. Three of Benjamin's sons were Bela, Becher, and Jediel. The five sons of Bela were Esbon, Uzi, Uzal, Jermuth, and Iri. Each of them was the leader of an ancestral clan. The total number of mighty warriors was from these clans was 22,034, as listed in their genealogical records. The son of Becher were Zimmerah, Jos, Eliezer, Eloni, Omri, Jermoth, Abijah, Antha, and Elmeth. Each of them was the leader of an ancestral clan, and the total number of the mighty warriors and leaders from these clans was 20,200, as listed in their genealogical records. The son of Jediel was Bilhan. The son of Bilam were Jush, Benjamin, Ued, Kenah, Zethan, Turish, and Ishahar. Each of them was the leader of the ancestral clan. From these clans, the total number of mighty warriors ready for war was 17,200. The sons of were Shupham and Humph. Hushim was the son of Ar. The son of Naphtali were Jeziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shalem. They were all descendants of Jacob's concubine Bilhah. The descendants of Manasseh through his Aramean concubine included Azriel. She also bore Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir found wives for Hupham and Shupham, Machir, and a sister named Maacah. One of his descendants was Zelphad, who had only daughters. Machir's wife, Maacah, gave birth to a son whom she named Perish. His brother's name was Sherish. The sons of Perish were Ulam and Rakem. The sons of Ulam was Bedan. All these considered Gileadites, descendants of Machir, son of Manasseh. Machir's sister, Hamelech, gave birth to Ishad, Abzir, and Mahalah. The sons of Shemed were Ahine, Shechem, Likhi, and Anim. The descendants of Ephraim were Shethlah, Bered, Tahath, Eldah, Jahath, Zabad, Shula, Ezer, and Elid. These two were killed trying to steal livestock from the local farmers near Gath. Their father Ephraim mourned for them a long time, and his relatives came to comfort him. Afterward, Ephraim slept with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. Ephraim named him Beri because of the tragedy his family had suffered. He had a daughter named Shera. She built the towns of Lower and Upper Beth Horna and Uzan Shirah. The descendants of Ephraim included Rapha, Resiph, Talah, Tahan, Laden, Ahmed, Elisham, Nun, and Joshua. The descendants of Ephraim lived in the territory that included Bethel and its surrounding towns to the south, Naran to the east, Gezer and its villages to the west, and Shechem and its surrounding villages to the north as far as Ai and its towns. Along the border of Manasseh were the towns of Bethshan, Tanakh, Megiddo, Dor, and their surrounding villages. The descendants of Joseph, son of Israel, lived in these towns. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishvah, Ishvi, Beri. They had a sister named Sarah. The sons of Beri were Heber and Malachil, the father of Berzeth. The sons of the Heber were Japhlet, Shomer, and Hotham. They had sisters named Shua. The sons of Japhet were Pasach, Bimal, and Ashvah. The sons of Shomer were Ai, Rohaga, Rabbah, and Aram. The sons of his brother Helam were Zophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amal. The sons of Zophah were Suah, Harnefer, Shul, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Had, Shema, Shilshah, Ethran, and Beri. The sons of Jether were Jephunneh, Pispah, and Arah. The sons of Ulah were Arah, Hanil, and Rizzi. Each of these descendants of Asher was the head of an ancient ancestral clan. They were all select men, mighty warriors, and outstanding leaders. The total number of men available for military service was 26,000, as listed in their genealogical records. Benjamin's first son was Bela, and second was Ashbel. The third was Ra, the fourth was Noah, and the fifth was Rapha. The sons of Bela were Adar, Gera, Abhud, Abishu, Naaman, Ao, Gera, Shaphan, and Huram. The sons of Ehud, leaders of the clans living in the Geba, were exiled to Manath. Id's sons of Naaman, Ijah, and Gera, who led them into exile, was the father of Uzzah and Ihud. After Shaharam divorced his wives, Husham and Bara, he had children in the land of Moab. Hodesh, his new wife, gave birth to Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Malcham, Zuz, Sakai, and Mirmah. These sons all became the leaders of clans. Shaharim's wife, Husham, had already given birth to Abitub and Elpal. The sons of Elpal were Eber, Misham, Shemed, who built the towns of Ono and Lod and their nearby villages. Beri and Shema, they were the leaders of the clans living in Ajalon, and they drove out the inhabitants of Gath, Io, Shashak, Jermoth, Zebedai, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ishpah, and Joah were the sons of Beri. Zebadai, Meshulam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmerai, Islai, and Jobab were the sons of Elpal. Jacob, Zechariah, Zabdi, Elini, Zelathai, Eli, Adai, Barai, and Shimroth were the sons of Shammai. Ishpan, Eber, Elul, Abdon, Zikri, Hannah, Hanai, Elam, Anthothij, Ivdai, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamurai, Shepharai, Athalai, Zerah-Eshai, Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Jerome. These were the leaders of the ancestral clans. They were listed in their genealogical records, and they all lived in Jerusalem. Zeel, the father of Gibeon, lived in the town of Gibeon. His wife named was Maacah, and his oldest son was named Abdon. Zeel's other sons were Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Io, Zechariah, and Mikloth, who was the father of Shemim. All these families lived near each other in Jerusalem. Ner was the father of Kish. Kish was the father of Saul. Saul was the father of Jonathan, Malishku, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. Jonathan was the father of Merbel. Merbel was the father of Maacah. Maacah was the father of Pithon, Malek, Tari, and Az. Jada was the father of Almeth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri was the father of Mosa. Mosa was the father of Bani. Bani was the father of Raphani. Raphi was the father of Elisha. Elisha was the father of Aziel. Aziel had 6 sons: Azrikam, Bokeru, Ishmael, Sharai, Abdai, and Hannah. These were the sons of Azel. Azel's brother Eshek had 3 sons. The first was Olam, and the second was Jush, and the third was Elphalet. Olam's sons were the almighty warriors and expert archers. They had many sons and grandsons, 150 in all. The second part of the read is in Acts 27. Thank God for Jesus. When the time came, Luke and Paul and his companions set sail for Italy. Paul and several other prisoners were placed in custody of the Roman officer named Julius, a captain of the imperial regiment. Aristarchus, a Macedonian from Thessalonica, was also with us. We left on a ship whose home port was Adramyttium on the north coast of the province of Asia. It was scheduled to make several stops at ports along the coast at the province. The next day, when we docked at Sidon, Julius was very kind to Paul and let him go ashore to visit his friends so they could provide for his needs. Putting out to sea from there, we encountered strong headwinds that made it difficult to keep the ship on course. So we sailed north of Cyprus between the islands and the mainland, keeping to the open sea. We passed along the coast of the Sicilia and Pamphylia, landing at Myra in the province of Lycia. There, the commanding officer found an Egyptian ship from Alexandria that was bound for Italy, and he put us on board. We had several days of slow sailing, and after great difficulty we finally neared Sindus, but the wind was against us, so we sailed crossed to Crete, along the sheltered coast of the island, past the Cape and Salmon. We struggled along the coast with great difficulty and finally arrived at Fair Havens near the town of Lassie. We had lost a lot of time. The weather was becoming dangerous for sea traveling because it was so late in the fall, and Paul spoke to the ship's officer about it. Men, he said, I believe we're in trouble ahead if we go on. Shipwreck, loss of cargo, and danger to our lives as well. But the officer in charge of the prisoners listened more to the ship's captain and the owner than to Paul. And since Fair Haven was an exposed harbor, a poor place to spend the winter, most of the crew wanted to go on to Phoenix, farther up the coast of Crete, and spend the winter there. Phoenix was a good harbor with only a south wind and northwest exposure. When a light wind began blowing from the south, the sailors thought they could make it, so they pulled up anchor and sailed close to the shore of Crete. But the weather changed abruptly, and a wind of typhoon strength called a northeaster burst across the island and blew us out to sea. The sailors couldn't turn the ship into the wind, so they gave up and let it run before the gale. We sailed along the sheltered side of a small island named Gouda, where the great difficulty we hosted aboard a lifeboat being towed behind us. Then the sailors bound ropes across the hull of the ship to strengthen it. They were afraid of being driven across to the sandbars of the citrus off the African coast, so they lowered the sea anchor to slow the ship and were driven before the wind. The next day, a gale-force wind continued to batter the ship. The crew began throwing the cargo overboard. The following day, they even took some of the ship's gear and threw it overboard. The terrible storm raged for many days, blotting out the sun and the stars until the last all hope was gone. And Psalms. I come to you for protection, O Lord my God. Save me from my persecutors, rescue me. If you don't let, they will maul me like a lion, tearing me piece to pieces with no one to rescue me. O Lord my God, I have done wrong, or I am guilty of injustice. I have betrayed a friend or plundered my enemy without cause. Then let my enemy capture me, and let them trample me into the ground and drag my honor in the dust. Arise, O Lord, in anger. Stand up against the fury of my enemies. Wake up, my God, and bring justice. Gather the nations before you. Rule over them from on high. The Lord judges the nations. Declare me righteous, O Lord, for I am innocent, O Most High. End the evil of those who are wicked, and defend the righteous. For you look deep within the minds and hearts, O righteous God. God is my shield, saving those whose hearts are true and right. God is an honest judge. He is angry with the wicked every day. If a person does not repent, God will sharpen his sword. He will bend and string his bow. He will prepare the deadly weapons and shoot his flaming arrows. The wicked conceive evil. They are pregnant with trouble and give birth to lies. They dig a deep pit to trap others. They fall into themselves. The trouble they make for others backfires on them. The violence they plan fails on their own heads. I will thank the Lord because he is just, and I will sing praises to the name of the Lord Most High. In Proverbs 18, the man who finds a wife finds a treasure, and he receives favor from the Lord. Amen.